Aldbourne is a village and civil parish about 6 miles northeast of Marlborough in Wiltshire, England. It is in a valley in the south slope of the Lambourn Downs, part of the North Wessex Downs area of outstanding natural beauty. From here an unnamed winterbourne flows and joins the River Kennet 4 miles south near the village of Ramsbury. The 2011 census recorded the parish's population as 1,833. The parish includes the hamlets of Upper Upham and Woodsend, and part of the hamlet of Preston which straddles the boundary with Ramsbury parish. The small village of Snap was deserted in the early 20th century. History. Lewisham Castle is a small medieval ringwork about 1.5 miles southwest of the village. It is not certain whether it was in fact a castle. In the English Civil War, a royalist force led by Prince Rupert fought a parliamentarian force in a skirmish at Aldbourne Chase on the 18th of September 1643. 2 days before the First Battle of Newbury, a Baptist chapel was opened in 1841 in Back Lane and rebuilt as New Saw Chapel in 1868. The chapel was sold in 1914 and demolished at some time. After 1931, its burial ground survives. A primitive Methodist chapel opened in West Street in about 1840, and a new chapel was built on the same site in 1906. Wesleyan Methodists built a chapel in Lottage Road in 1807, which was rebuilt in 1844. In 1968 both groups of Methodists combined to build Aldbourne Methodist Church in a newly built hall in Lottage Road. The old chapel in West Street was demolished in 1982. During World War II, Easy Company was based at Aldbourne in 1943 and 1944. In preparation for D-Day in June 1944 and Operation Market Garden in September, the company was featured in the 2001 HBO mini-series Band of Brothers. 2 disused village pumps survive in the village. St. Michael's Parish Church. The Church of England Parish Church of St. Michael overlooking the village green is medieval and a Grade I listed building. The nave and aisles were built around 1200, although some earlier Norman arches and other traces remain. There are 4 arches on the north arcade and 3 on the south. The chancel is Early English, with north and south chapels, and a sanctuary with lancet windows. The perpendicular Gothic 3-stage tower was added in 1460. It is ashlar, has angled buttresses and transomed 3 light bell openings, with gargoyles above. There are also transepts with 3 light windows, a tall south porch, originally 2-story, and a bay between the porch and south transept. There was also a north porch until the building was restored by William Butterfield in 1863–67. The external walls are of flint and limestone with some checker work and sarsen, and are crenellated. The roofs are leaden slate. The interior contains a number of monuments and monumental brasses. Bell foundry. For at least 130 years Aldbourne had a bell foundry. Master founders at Aldbourne included Robert Corr, William Corr, Oliver Corr, John Stairs, Edward Reed, Enwitz, Robert I Wells, Robert II Wells and James Wells. Bells cast by the Corr and Wells families survive at parish churches including Alverscote, Ashbury, Berwick, St John, Lewbury, Church Hanborough, East Challow, Drayton, East Logange, Faringdon, Great Coxwell, Horsepath, Longworth, Marcham, Marsh Baldon, Northleach, Uffington, Seend, Sutton Courtenay, West Hannay and others. Governance. The civil parish elects a parish council. It is in the area of Wiltshire Council Unitary Authority, which is responsible for all significant local government functions. The parish is in the Aldbourne and Ramsbury electoral ward, which includes Baden in the north, Froxfield in the south and Ramsbury to the southwest of Aldbourne. The 2011 census recorded the ward's population as 5,231. Amenities: Aldbourne has 2 public houses, the Blue Boar and the Crown, and a sports and social club. There is a co-op supermarket and a village shop which houses a post office and a cafe. Aldbourne has had a village library since the 1930s, which has been in its present location on South Street for nearly 30 years. The village has a primary school, St Michael's C.E.V. School. Built in 1963, the school is on the site of a national school which opened in 1858. Heritage Centre. Next to the Crown Inn is the Heritage Centre, a museum run by the Aldbourne Community Heritage Group. It exhibits a changing array of artifacts and displays from Aldbourne's history, ranging from Stone Age flints, through copies of medieval documents to an extensive collection of 19th and 20th century photographs. People from Aldbourne are nicknamed Dabchicks after the Little Grebe. The Aldbourne Band is an award-winning brass band that has won numerous national competitions. Aldbourne has been the home of the novelist Mavis Cheek since 2003. Earlier residents include Hilda Beatrice Curry, Liberal politician; Ruth Dalton, Labour politician; Gerald Brennan, author and historian; and Anthony Mareko, barrister and founding director of Amnesty International. Popular culture. In 1971, Aldbourne was the location for the filming by BBC Television of the Doctor Who story The Demons, starring John Pertwee. The village in the story was called Devil's End. Aldbourne was the location for the filming of the 2014 E4 television drama Glue, portraying the village of Overton.